The new PS5 ready Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2 headphones. It's been quite a while since the Gen 1 came out, and we just got our hands on the Gen 2 about a month ago, and we've been playing around and testing it. So let's see, how does this stack against the competition of this year? Hey everyone, this is Or from Wicked Cushions with another review, and today I'm going to be talking about the Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2 headphones. I'm going to try out a new format in reviewing headphones today by starting with the 5 things that I like about this headset and 5 things that I don't like / hate. By the way, there is one thing that I absolutely cannot stand with this headset, so stay tuned for that one. At the end, I will obviously give my verdict on whether these are worth buying or not. So I'm not gonna take too much of your time. Let's jump right into it. And I'm gonna go with a quick overview of what you're getting with the Stealth 600 Gen 2. And after that, we're gonna jump straight into what is the first thing that I like about this headset. So this is what you're getting with the Stealth 600 Gen 2 headphones. You have your cable, your charging cable. This year it's USB-C and it's super short. So if you have a longer USB-C, you might wanna use that to play while charging, because if you use that one, you might need to sit inside of the wall. This year's wireless dongle is much smaller. I love it. It works very well. On the headset itself, you have 2 sliders. One is for the overall audio volume and one is for mic side tone. If you don't know what mic side tone is, it basically lets you hear what other people hear from your microphone. I personally play with this all the way down. I just find it distracting. You have 2 buttons, the power button, of course, just hold it for 1 second to turn on, and another tap while it's on will enable SuperHuman hearing mode, which I'm gonna talk about more later. You also have the mode button, which gives you 4 pre-made EQs. You have bass boost, vocal boost, bass and treble boost, and Turtle Beach signature sound. The adjustment for the actual cups is much smoother than it was with the Gen 1, but still a little bit clunky in my opinion. I really like what they did with the mic this year. I don't like as much the positioning, but I like that it's flushed. You can barely notice that it's here. You have 3 modes, just like on the Gen 1. This is off, this is muted, and this is on. And if you want to have a little bit more angle towards your mouth, you have this. I'm going to talk more about the positioning later in the video. And then you have those weird ass shaped ear pads, which I'm going to talk a lot about this atrocity later. So the first thing that I like about this headset is the sound. I have a quick disclaimer before I start talking about the sound. I am not an audiophile. I'm just an average person who really likes gaming, and I'm going to give you my personal opinion of how these sound overall and how do they translate into actual gaming. When I tested these out, it was after playing Call of Duty for about an hour and a half using the SteelSeries Arctis 5. And I gotta tell you, the first moment that I put these on, I got actual goosebumps. Now don't get me wrong, the Arctis 5 is a really great sounding headset. It's very well balanced and everything sounds amazing in that headset. But once I put these on, and if you ever get to try these, the sound is so much in your face and it's so aggressive that it really is a little bit addictive. It creates a really immersive atmosphere of gaming, and it really separates you from everything else that's going on in your room. It might take you about 5 minutes to just get used to the new atmosphere that is going on. You have 4 sound modes to choose from by just a click of a button. When you click the mode button, I personally like using bass boost. As soon as I turn it on, I can literally hear every step, every shooting sound. Not only you can really pinpoint as to which direction the steps are coming, you can literally hear the difference in the volume for when the steps are walking away from you or walking towards you. It really is that good. Now this headset also comes equipped with Turtle Beach's take on the 7.1 surround sound, where they call SuperHuman hearing. And personally, when I turned it on, it kind of distorts everything and makes everything flat and very loud. It kind of feels like a whole different headset when you put it on. I personally don't like it, and I'm going to talk about it more in depth in the things that I don't like. When listening to these casually for YouTube or music, these do a hell of a job. I personally listen mostly to rap, hip hop, and EDM, and the bass on this is amazing, I have to tell you. One thing I will say, while this can be used on the PC, PS4, PS5, and the Nintendo Switch, when you use these on the PC, the volume is not the highest even when it's on the highest level. I feel like you can get more volume off of the PS4 and PS5. It's not much of a problem for me, and I don't think it's gonna be much of a problem for you because the sound is really, really great. Now let's talk a little bit about the microphone. I really do like the changes that they made this year. The microphone is flushed into the headset compared to being on top of the headset with the Gen 1. You have 3 options: off, mute, and on. And also while it's on, you can push it a little bit towards your mouth. And how does the mic actually sound? Let's hear it. This is how the mic on the Stealth 600 Gen 2 sounds like. I actually really like how clear the mic sounds. It does not have any robotic or nasally sounds such as the other mics out there on other gaming headsets. One thing that I will talk about later, which I am not a fan of, is the position and the volume of it. Another thing you should know, it does pick up a lot of environmental sounds, as you can probably hear my 3D printer in the background right now. So the third thing that I like, which is one of the nicest features, especially because this is under $100, is that these are wireless. As for the functionality on its wireless connectivity, I have to say it works pretty damn great. The range on these is amazing. I walked all across my house through walls and everything, and I can still hear everything, and people can still hear me. I really like that the wireless dongle on the Gen 2 is much smaller than the one that came on the Gen 1. It might take a little bit more than 20 seconds to pair these up once they are on and the wireless dongle is connected. It's a little bit disappointing, but it's not really a big factor. All you gotta do is just turn them on, put the wireless dongle, and just wait. That's it. Some of the issues that I have with wireless gaming headsets, especially at the price point of $100 and something, is that they don't get enough power to perform at their best. Take the Arctis 7 wireless as an example. When you connect the Arctis 7 wireless straight into the platform, let's say PC, with a cable, the mic sounds so much better than it sounds when it's wireless. Not to talk about some of the connectivity issues that there are with the wireless connection. Even though there is no way to find out if that is true with the Stealth 600 Gen 2, because there is absolutely no way to connect these with a cable. You only have a USB-C charging port, and that's the only cable that you have for this headset. I don't really care, because the performance of these wirelessly straight out of the box is pretty damn amazing. The fourth thing that I like about this headset is the durability and the build. The Stealth 600 Gen 2, just like the Gen 1, is made out of all plastic, is really bulky, looks and is built like a tank, which I will talk about later in one of my dislikes. Being all plastic is not always a bad thing, especially when the plastic is this durable and this flexible, like on the ones with the Stealth 600 Gen 2. They made the adjustment for the headband a little bit better on this version compared to the Gen 1. It's still a little bit clunky, but it's a little bit smoother than the Gen 1, which required a lot of force for you to actually adjust it. And I really like the cool little thing that they did with the numbers, so you can always remember which number is your most comfortable one. The last and one of the most important things that I like about this headset is the price. There are so many gaming headsets out there for $100 price point, like the very popular yet very old HyperX Cloud 2 and the RGB illuminated Arctis 5. But one thing that the Stealth 600 Gen 2 has going for it is that it's wireless for $100. Not only is it wireless for $100, but it performs like a much more expensive headset, which really shows you how far technology has come. Not to mention the fact that these are next-gen console ready, whether you choose the PS4/5 version or the Xbox version. The one that I have is the PlayStation version, and surprisingly enough, without advertising about it too much, these also work with Nintendo Switch while in dock mode, and they can also work on your PC, which they did not tell you this at all. Although on PC, as I said previously, I feel that the volume is just a little bit lower, but it's still fully functional. All of this for $100 is pretty damn awesome. But this headset comes with a major downside, which leads me to the first thing that I absolutely hate about this headset. I'm going to spend a little more time when talking about comfort with these headphones, because this is truly the most important aspect for me when it comes to gaming headphones. Nothing really matters about a gaming headset if it feels like torture when you put them on. Nobody says to themselves, hey, I'm gonna suck it up because these sound freaking amazing. No, you take them right off and you probably try again a week later to see if something changed, only to discover that they're still fucking uncomfortable. This, unfortunately, is the story with the Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2 headphones. Comfort is probably the most subjective thing that exists on a headset. So before you take everything I say as truth, go ahead and watch other reviewers or try these for yourself and make up your own mind. However, in my opinion, and why should my opinion matter? I only sell ear pads for a living. The ear pads on the Stealth 600 Gen 2 are probably the worst ear pads I have ever seen at this price point. Now you're probably thinking for yourself, or you cannot be selling ear pads and be objective on that matter. Well, I can really see where you're coming from. But I had no problems praising in every moment I have how good the ear pads are that SteelSeries makes for their Arctis line. While these may seem plush and soft when you touch them, you really gotta take into account how the headset sits on your head. Personally, my ears and my head are a little bit bigger. Now I am not an ogre, but I'm definitely close, which makes the clamping force of this headset a little stronger. So there's one thing I learned in the last 5 years when working with all of the headsets that you see around me is that when you don't have a mechanism that's gonna vary the clamping force on the headset, you need super soft ear pads and sometimes a little bit thicker ear pads. The stock ones that come with the Stealth 600 Gen 2 absolutely do not do the job right. They are too thin, and once they are on your head, they feel very firm. And that is before I even talk about the weird ass shape that these ear pads come with. Whose ears are even going to fit in this weird ass opening? For me personally, the custom ear pads that we make, like the black camel one over here, solve the issue completely. Now, I'm not gonna talk about these too much, but I am going to give you a coupon at the end of this video if you wanna try them out. Whether you decide to get this headset and you wanna try out custom ear pads, whether it's from us or from anyone, just make sure that you get something that is oval at least, and not this weird ass shape, that it's thicker, and that's going to be super soft. Because once you're gonna make the ear pads a little bit thicker on this, you're gonna have even more clamping force. So you really gotta offset this with a very soft ear pad. It's really a shame because these are actually very well built for comfort. There's so much swivel on the ear cup. They finally replaced the headband from the Gen 1 with a really nice PU leather headband. But I just wish the stock ear pads would live up to par. The second thing that I'm not a fan with this headset is the mic positioning. And I'm not talking about the way that it flushes in, that I like, but what I don't like is when it's completely on, which you can also push it a little bit towards your mouth. I feel like you could get a lot more better results if it only reached up till here, like the HyperX Cloud or the Arctis 5. The mic sounds very clear, but because it's so far away from your mouth, the volume is not there. The third thing that I don't like about this headset is that it has absolutely no software customization available. Yes, there is a Turtle Beach audio hub, but this software is absolutely useless. All it does is just updates your firmware. All you are stuck with is the 4 pre-made sets that you can choose with the mode button, but it would be a lot nicer if you had something like the SteelSeries Engine 3, which lets you customize absolutely everything. The fourth thing, which I talked about earlier and I said I'm gonna expand a little, is the mode called SuperHuman Hearing. This mode is Turtle Beach's take on 7.1 surround sound, and just like the other ones, that technology has not advanced. It sounds absolutely horrible. Two things happen when you enable this mode. First, everything goes absolutely flat. Second, everything just goes super loud. So when it comes to gaming or music, it absolutely has no use whatsoever. I saved my last dislike for the thing that might not matter to other people, but does matter a little bit to me. Personally, I never liked the designs on the Stealth 600 and the Stealth 700, whether it's the Gen 1 and the Gen 2. When you think about it, I don't like any of Turtle Beach's designs. I like my tech to look nice and fit well into my setup, and I really don't like the tanky, clunky look of the Stealth 600 Gen 2. Now that I got all of this out of the way, let's move on to the final verdict. The Turtle Beach Stealth 600 Gen 2 could have been easily one of the best gaming headsets to ever been produced if it wasn't for the issue with the comfort. I know that the Stealth 700 Gen 2 got a whole brand new way of ear pads with a cooling gel technology that Turtle Beach has never made before, and the reviews are pretty good for that one. But it seems like they put all of their effort this year on the Stealth 700, and kind of neglected the Stealth 600. If somehow you get a chance to try these out and you see that everything I said today about the comfort does not apply to you, trust me, get them. You would not be disappointed. If these are comfortable for you, they're probably one of the best headphones at a $100 price point that there is today. Now, if you want to take a chance on these, in today's world, you can return anything. So just order them, try them out for 2 weeks, and see if the comfort is really that of an issue like it is for me. Another option is, of course, trying our upgraded gaming earpads, or anyone else for that matter, just any other earpads besides that. And one thing that is very, very much worth mentioning is that our earpads come with a 365-day warranty. So you have plenty of time to try the new headset with the stock and with our earpads. And if none of that works and it's still super uncomfortable and you cannot use them, return both the earpads and return the headphones. I did promise you a coupon, so if you want to give our upgraded gaming earpads a try, click the link at the top right corner or in the description right now. This is it for today's video, everyone. I really want to hear what you think about the format I did today. Do you prefer that I start reviews with 5 things that I like versus 5 things that I dislike, or just go and give all of the information while I talk about the headset? Please let me know by dropping a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this every month. And I will see you on the next video. Meanwhile, stay wicked, my friends.